Hello everybody and welcome to Thermal F1 Racing for the round 21, the penultimate round of season 4 and what is most likely the final season of TFR on F1 2020. So this will be the final time you see these drivers in the 2020 cars racing around Brazil before the next game comes out in July, I've forgotten. July probably. But we are here for the Brazilian Grand Prix with a full qualifying as per usual, 16 drivers. See who can pull it out and pop it on pole. We have no Joe today, as of tonight, as of this afternoon, won with JHR Developments. His first ever Formula 4 race win on his first ever Formula 4 race weekend. So a huge congratulations to him for that, from all of us here at TFR. So here we are waiting for the drivers going into qualifying 1. We're here, obviously, as said previously, for the Brazilian Grand Prix. It's a circuit with 15 turns. A lot of them I wouldn't really count as separate turns, but they are, sadly. And the most wins here is, well, the most driver wins here is held by Alain Prost from 6 wins here. The Grand Prix was first held in 1972. And turn 1 is very likely to be Turn 1 is very likely to be incident-filled today, depending on how careful our drivers are into Turn 1. Now it's looking quite cloudy here, so we might see some rain later into qualifying, possibly in the race. Who knows? I guess we'll find out in not that long. So today here we do have Elias racing for Haas. He is the Hulkenberg of Haas. Ollie brings him in when he needs him, just as we sort of expected. We do have, I believe TTM Sam's been away for a while. He is making his return today. We have Toby returning to F1 in stand-in for Joe for tonight, as there Corey leaving the pits first. So we will talk about the TFR driver market, because that will be an interesting one. I have just been given the weather forecast. It is a wet race. Right, I'm gonna quickly re-invite the Haas driver of Crispy, and then we will get going. Right. So, I think I might need to turn the game sound up a bit. Someone tell me in the comments, please, if I do. I know, Marcel, you're there, so please let me know if I need to turn it up a bit. But anyways, as I was going to say, we're going to watch, because I can click on the viewers and it says you're there. We're going to watch Corey actually we'll commentate over Corey's lap, we'll go on board with him, and okay, thank you for telling me it's fine, I can't click onto the other thing. So here we go for Corey's first flying lap here. Goes into the Senna S's turn 1, 2, and the exit of 3. Takes turn 1 nicely, turn 2 nicely, turn 3 he invalidates. So we're going to see a lot of drivers doing this here today. So we are going to jump on board with the McLaren of Wheeze to watch him for his full flying lap. Since, you know, I would watch Corey, but he invalidated, so. So whilst we're here, turn 1, turn 2, very nicely. Turn 3 gets a good tight, clean exit. Good tight, clean exit, no running wide. As we head now down into turn 4, gets fast sector 1, turn 4 on the curb, just as you want to be. Doesn't run too wide on the exit. Turn 5 now, very nicely as well. Goes down into turn 6. Quite tight on the apex, keeping it quite tight throughout the whole of turn 6, running into turn 7 now. Again, tight on the apex. And this turn, I would usually stay quite on the curb, but obviously I believe it's much faster to do it the way Wheeze would do it. As he goes through the final couple of turns now. Well, not the final couple of turns, but the final couple of actual turns. Heads now to start Sector 3, Has a very nice sort of final turn. As he goes through the penultimate turn now, and into the final turn flat out as always. And comes across the line to set a 1:07.2, which is a very nice time from him. So, as I was going to say, we're going to go into talk about the driver. I can't change. There we go. We're going to talk about the driver transfer market for. Give me a sec. I'm going to re-invite Crispy again because it won't invite him. So we're going to talk about the driver transfer market here, as it's kind of been kicked off into overdrive for F1 offers and F2 offers really. So Square, or Joe, or whatever you want to call him, is going to be changing from Alfa Romeo next season to where is a bit unknown. Z-Man is also going to be doing the move from McLaren again to where we don't know. Myself and Toby in F2 will be going up to F1, so you won't have me commentating F1 next season, sadly. And, you know, there's a few others that have been kicked off. Ace from F2 into another seat. James from F2 moving teams. There's been a lot of... Ollie, the manager who currently manages Ferrari, is going to be in a team next season. Not sure if it's F1 or F2. But that's all I'm going to read out for now, but because I should probably be focusing on the race a bit better. I am. And Atom, I would take mod off of you, but for some reason I don't have those permissions, so I'd have to get Finn to do it. Anyways, Corey sets the fastest lap with a 1:06.8 here in the Red Bull. As, who's that? Which Alpha's that? Oh! Your boy Mitt spinning off of the exit curb of the final proper turn. As Toby is on his outlap, his first ever outlaps in the Alfa Romeo. As that's the Red Bull going slow. Is that Tadpole? Yeah, that's just Tadpole letting people through. Oh, did I see a spin? It was your boy Mitt into the pit wall, I believe. Yep. I'm clueless to how that one happened. Hello, Tango. Redeeming your highlighted message there. I'm not too sure why that does that, but I'm sure someone else could tell me. Finn retires as well. I believe that was in the pit lane. So that's a good thing as Toby starts his first flying lap of the session. So we will watch his lap. Seems to be having a good run so far through the couple of turns here. Goes through sector 1, doesn't set the fastest sector 1. So don't look like we'll be having a Joe performance from Toby. Which no offence to Toby, was kind of expected like that, but you know. So hello to everyone watching the stream. As I see we have a few of you. My thing tells me 7, but that's probably a lie. Toby is invalid on his lap, sadly. That's probably happened a while ago. We have JRT White going out in Q1 on the mediums. That's different. Why has he done that? Corey on the grass here. Jesus Christ, that's not good from him. Who are we going to go on board with? Should we stick it on board with one of the Hasses? Tell you what, Marcel, who do you want me to go on board with? Don't be biased and say Mercedes or Williams, because I'll stab you. I'm joking. Who am I going on board with, Marcel? The Alfa Romeo of Toby then, because he's the only one on a lap. He's invalid, don't worry. We'll go on with Rev as he's just started his lap. So, here we go. On board, he's invalid as well. Pick another driver, please. Did you say Renault? So here's the Renault of Bass Branch here. If purple sector 1 according to the game. No, wait, we'll sit with the Renault a minute because I kind of want to see this lap now. So, here he is going through Sector 2 now. Going into what I believe is turn 7 or turn 8. I might be wrong. Corey retiring in the pit lane as expected. Goes around that turn. I've forgotten the numbers. Has a very nice tight run through there. Not getting too much curb exit or entry. As he might get held up by Rev here. Rev could have been blocked, could block. Yep. Could get classed as blocking him there, but apparently it's a purple sector 2 from Bass as well. But Rev definitely would have affected his lap there. There's no denying that. And Bass chucks it into P11. I seriously think Rev did affect his lap there. As Bass spins out. Very lucky not to invalidate there. Not to invalidate, but not to crash. As Spence here, so we will sit on board with the Racing Point as you requested, Marcel. On board or off board, let me know. He makes his way through the Senna S, is now tight into turn 1. Turn 2 is nice, flat out for turn 3. Gets a good stuck in there exit. Heads his way down to turn 4, purple sector 1. Turn 4 nice and tight on the turb, yes. I'm losing the ability to speak as we get through this. Sector 1 was on the curb. Turn has a nice run through there. The Renault of Bass getting out of the way for him. As he now runs through this turn. I need to start knowing the numbers. Rounds the very tight Albon murdering turn, as I'm like to call this. As someone just went and set a very fast lap. It was Rev putting him into P4. Apparently purple sector 2 there from Spence. Could this be a pole position from him? We'll find out in a second. Not pole position, provisional pole position. As he crosses the line with a 168, taking provisional pole by less than a tenth here. Rev's not going to be too happy. Well, Rev will be happy about. Sheesh, that's your time trial. Jesus Christ. Is that, would you say you could do better than that in an actual qualifying, or? Oh, Rev taking a trip through the grass here. Well, that just shows the capacity of some of the drivers in this league then. I mean, if he's just matched your time trial time, then... You've got anyone here you're looking to win today, Adrian, or...? Oh, Rev taking another trip on the grass. So this is... So Marcel obviously saying he wants one of the Mercs to do well here today. Adrian being the manager of Racing Point next season, he wants them to win. So I don't think the Mercs will win. To be fair, Marcel, no offense. They're solid drivers, but they're not going to win. Sam, one of the very good drivers who came up from F2, I don't think he's going to win this race. Still quite confused to why this Ferrari's doing medium time laps, but sure. But I definitely agree the Racing Points will be in contention for the win today. And yes, JD and Spence are doing very solid there. Mr. Racing Point manager for next season. I take it you're planning on re-signing them then. Oh, kick of the rear end. Somehow didn't invalidate that. He's got to set a time just for it to be okay. We're going to watch Toby's time. Now, I had a chat with him. He's not... I think he's confident, but... Nah, I'd say you keep him. You definitely got to keep him. Or try at least. Toby's having a very... much better start to his lap, considering he hasn't invalidated it yet. As he rounds turn 6, going through 7 into 8. Down to 9. I think you should sign me. Down to through 9, up to the kink of turn 10, into turn 11, the L1 destroyer turn. It's good not to lose the rear end through there. Heads down to the last proper turn. And is going balls to the walls here now. I shouldn't have said that. Probably not something I should sound stream. And my gamer tag is DJ Perk71. As JD in the other racing point does a 106.7, which puts him nearly a whole tenth ahead of his teammate, making him set the fastest lap of Q1. As Bass is on another lap here. As we have 8 of you watching the stream now. Hello to the 8 of you that are here. I know that's quick. These are quick times. As Bass is one of the stronger ones within the midfield. I wouldn't say he's up there for contesting for wins, but he could definitely get himself on the podium if he really put himself, if he really tried. As Spence retires in the pit lane, Bass rounding the final turn now. A tenth up on down on his time, sorry. Doesn't need to really improve, purely because he's in no matter what, but sets a 1:07.8. Doesn't improve him, but he's in Q1 no matter what. Hello Matty, hello Lion. Either anyone you guys want here to win here today, or are you just here to support all? As we have a Bass supporter here. And Matty, who are you managing next season then, since you're looking for drivers? Yeah, Bass, you've got a fan here. Ah, Matty's Haas, okay. I'm quite confused to what Crispy's doing right now. Oh, you've got the white car of next season. That's horrible. As Bass is going very slowly here, finally made it to a stream. Hello, the OP expert. Glad to see you here. Bass, I know you can't hear anyone but me. I'm the only one in the party. I'm reading the stream chat. AlphaTauri, neither of the drivers are here. So I don't know if that puts you anywhere on... Fair enough, Matty. And the OP expert, now how is glad to see you if you're, I don't know who. I'm not too sure who you are, or... And yes, Adrian, there's at the moment only one F1 category. We have a bit of a realism side to this league. It's, as you've seen from where you are at the moment, it's a, the economy side to it and whatnot. So it's... We only have F1, F2 looking to start up F3 at some point soon. Anyways, I should be commentating properly. This is as much as it's nice to talk to chat for once, because I never do that, but... Ah, you're in the GT3 League, alright, that would explain why I don't know who you are then. Wow, 11 people here now. I've not had this many here before. Charlie, why... I can see you're watching the stream, why are you not racing? So, anyways, so your fastest in the top three here today, spent JD with a 106.7, Spence with a 106.8, and Corey with a 106.8. Only less than 2 tenths separating the top three here, so Q3, when we get there, will be very close. As the McLaren strategist has lagged out here, but I'm going to let the drivers get him back in. Let's just go with people don't always put their actual country. We'll go with that one. I know there are a few South Africans in the league, but I don't think everyone always puts their actual country. So the only driver we're missing here from Q2 now is conveniently a Mercedes, Marcel. Hello Ollie in the chat. Knocked out Q1 is the Mercedes of your boy Mitt. Don't worry Marcel, you've still got one solid driver in, it's fine. So that's the Williams of Finn, gonna be out first, just for Marcel's sake. We're gonna watch Finn's lap when he gets there. So out at the moment we have Finn, Lias, probably Corey, yep, Corey, Sam, and Rev all on outlaps, with the racing point of JD and Bass in the Renault out on outlaps now. Yeah, he so not Marcel, your boy Mick crashed into Rapid crashed into the pit wall. I don't know how. Like the pit wall entry bit. As both McLarens are out on laps now. The soft runners just might not be fast enough to actually do that medium laps, who knows? I'm joking, Finn's definitely fast enough for that. And so the rest. So here we are with Finn on his lap. We're going to go on board as he heads down to turn 4. Gets obviously the fast sector 1, being the only person to set a sector 1. Takes nice through turn 4, good exit, no wheel spin. Goes through turn 5, good exit, no wheel spin. I don't know why you'd get wheel spin on the exit 5. He doesn't run wide, I meant. Doesn't slide through here. I know some setups make you literally drift that turn. Has a good run through there. Heads down into what I believe is turn 10. Has a good run through turn 10. Tadpole's keeping with him on his outlap. That's not necessarily a good thing. As we go to turn 12 now, through turn 12. Finn loses a bit through turn 12. No, this is turn 12. This is turn 13. No, it's not. This is turn 12. This is turn 13. As we head now through 14... and turn 15 flat out. I don't see why this is such a turn, but it's a turn anyway. As Finn sets a 108.2, setting the fastest lap of the session right now. Rev's going to go for a 107.4, I don't know why I said 7. Lias with a 107.6. Corey with a 107.1 on the medium compound tyre, going faster than Rev. As Sam sets a 107.7 on the soft compound tyres. Yeah, it must be a bit weird to drift turn 14 on a straight line setup. But not a straight line setup. Wheeze in the McLaren setting a 107 flat on the softs. This doesn't look good for some of the soft runners here, because they're setting 107s. Corey's done a 107.1 on mediums. So people who are setting 107s on the softs are having interesting times. Remember, this is one of the shorter circuits on the track, on the calendar. Yep, Corey is... I'm not going to say that on stream for purposes of... I can't. But yes. As we will go with... 'cause... Nope, I can't say it on stream, sorry. We're going to go with JD for the rest of his lap. As he runs through sector 2, giving me the worst camera angle possible. Runs through here now. I forgot the turn number, so we're just going to go with it. As he heads down to the end of sector 2. End sector 2 does a purple. Doing the esport lines as expected. I don't know why we were in his suspension. As he rounds now the penultimate turn. Goes through the final turn. Setting a 1 minute 7-1. Again, he should be going marginally quicker than Corey here. These drivers aren't going much faster than Corey, and they should be. Is Corey going to be up in his time? We're going to find out now. But, I mean, if he is, then I believe he's going to be strongly winning this race today and taking pole. There you go, he's up on his time already. I believe Corey's going to be taking pole position when we get to Q3. No offense to the other drivers, but Corey is just... I don't think he should be going this fast for... There you go, here we go. There's some proper soft compound times for the drivers. A 106.6. This is 5/10 quicker than Corey. Did I do the maths? That is a very solid time from the Racing Point driver of Spence. No, Marcel, he won't. Yeah, I know, a 7-1 on medium seems very... not possible. So we will jump on the McLaren of Z-Man, who as of the moment is looking for a new seat next season. As he runs, he's just starting a lap now, sorry. Z-Man is previously a 2-time TFR champion, I believe. So, I mean, he's definitely not living up to that at the moment, but it's fair enough to him to why he's not. I'm quite confused to why he's backed off there. Did he forget that he was doing a lap? I don't know. So we are going to go to Wheeze, who is not on another. Finn, who is invalid. So we're going to go to Crispy and the Haas, who is not on a lap. So we're going to go on board with Spence, who I'd hope is on a lap. His ERS is on, so... Yeah, Corey is, I don't know if anyone knows this in the chat, but Corey did win the championship in USA. It's like 4 rounds early. Partly because, obviously, his only championship contention, Joe, does his own, obviously he races in F4 in IRL, British F4. So he isn't here a lot, which is why he's not here today. Spence is going to the pit lane. Spence, you're annoying. You ruin my content. So, yeah, Joe would be up there with these guys today if he was here, but today he was doing Formula 4. And in Formula 4, he won today, actually. Again, as I mentioned previously in the stream, Joe did win his first ever Formula 4 race today. And there's reasons to why he was banned, Marcel, and yes, sodium chloride, Adrian. He got banned for a reason, Marcel, we just gotta live with it. Again, banned for a reason. Anyways, we were here with Rev. Just gonna ignore that comment. As Rev now rounds down into Sector 2, does the fastest Sector 2 of the race, of the qualifying. Exits the final turn. Corey's on his mediums again, doing another outlap. Yeah, I do remember that. I was nearly commentating that. As he comes across the line, only to do a 106.8. 2/10 off of the fastest lap here. Sorry, I didn't realise Wheeze had improved to a 106.7. As we're going to go with Tadpole, who is on the verge of elimination here, who's invalid on his medium lap, so we're not going to go with him. But currently on the elimination board is Barker at risk. Z-Man is out currently. Toby is also out. Finn is out. Crispy will be out, and so will White. White hasn't set a lap yet, so he must be confident that whatever lap he does will be the quick lap that will put him through. But I do believe Finn can go faster and get up there. So, where is Corey? There you go. He's done a fastest sector 2 on the medium, on the worn mediums. As he comes across the line, and he improves again. Not by a lot, but he improves once again. Does a 107 flat. Jesus Christ, if Corey can get himself into the 6s on the mediums, I'll be very impressed. Although, I don't think he remembers he's got to start on these tyres. So, these tyres are going to be interestingly worn by the start of the race. So, he should stop doing laps. See what's going on. Sorry, with Finn. He's just, enjoying his time off track. As Finn not looking to improve on his lap, he might not have enough time to pit and come out again. No, he should, but he might not. To pit, come out, do an out lap, then do a lap. He might just do it, but I don't know. So Corey... I'm confidently saying Corey will be on pole. So we're going to watch Sam when he gets to a lap, but until that point we're going to watch the racing point. As he's invalid, so no we're not. Why does everyone... you want to see the times. Well, there you go, if you can look. The time for the people, I'll tell you the times for 10th backwards. So JRT Tadpole in 10th is a 107.7. JRT Barker doing a 107.9 in 11th. Toby doing a 108.1 in 12th. Finn doing a 108.2 in 13th. Crispy doing a 108.3 in 14th, and JRT White is in 15th, yet to set a lap. Is the quality low for other people? Because if so, that's an issue on my end, and I'll try and sort it. Okay, so as we will go on board with the Mercedes of Sam now, just for Marcel's entertainment, as he does the center S's very nicely, gets an exit from turn 3, again quite tight like all the drivers have been doing here today. Sets not the fastest set to 1, but he is 2/10 up on his time. He is on fresh softs here. As he rounds turn 5, heads down to 6. Goes through turn 6, that's up to 6, up to 7. Runs flatline to 8. Goes down to turn 9. The kink of turn 10. Goes into turn 11, the Albon Destroyer. Turn 12 now. Turn 12. He's done a fastest sector 2. Turn 13. Turn 14, the kink. Turn 15, again, flat out now. There's not much else I can say. And he is going flat out to the line to set a 1 minute 6.8, putting himself into P4. He might even be a contender to pole in this race at this rate, considering he's only 2/10 off of P1 right now. But we are going to go on with Toby, who's already gone faster, so we don't need to. But JRT White isn't going to get to set another time. Finn will, but he needs to hurry up and get back to the start-finish line. As Crispy has also improved on 107.5. Get my nose. Getting him into P8. I don't know if it'll be enough though, because he's now dropped into P9, where Tadpole's improved on the softs. So Barker is about to set a lap. Yeah, you're right, it's track evolution line. Q2's faster than Q1 and Q3's faster than both of them. Not by a lot, but it is. Q2 is marginally faster than Q1, but not by a lot. Q3 is where you'll notice the real time gain difference thingy mabob. So at the moment, being knocked out of this qualifying session is Bass, Z-Man, Barker, Finn, and White. No idea why White didn't set a time. Q3, I believe, is the same as time trial, if not faster. No, I think Q3 is faster. Personally, I'm faster in Q3 than I am in time trial, but that's just me. Tadpole there, giving the Ferrari a very cheeky toe to the line. Putting Barker into 8th. Fair play from Tadpole. Very nice of him. So, being knocked out then is the Haas of Lias, the returning driver. Bass in the Renault, Z-Man in the McLaren, Finn in the Williams, and White in the Ferrari. Their times being a whole 1 point... Well, no, really just a whole second slower than the fastest driver. There shows you the real pace gap here. So just before we go into Q3, because I know Q3 for me tends to always be a pretty manic one, I'm going to quickly eat something because that helps me. I'm not too sure what the time for P11 was. I do remember though that it was 9.5 tenths slower than the time for P1. So I will leave you... okay. See ya, Lion. I will leave you really quickly with a lap of Rev whilst I go and grab a drink, because I really need it. Personally, Marcel, I don't think he would have contended for pole. No offense to Rapid. So, as Rev comes across the line to do the first time of the session, doing a 106.9, Spence doing a 106.6, Corey going to be setting a 106.4, 2/10 quicker than anyone else. Sam setting a 107 flat, 4/10 slower than anyone else. As Wheeze is going to come across the line doing P4 17 flat as well. Barker going to be coming across the line invalidated. JD's going to come across the line on his outlap, so next cross will be Corey. Yeah, but I still personally... Corey is a JRT driver as well, so that might add to why he's so quick. As JRT Tadpole does a 106.8 going into P3. Good result here for the Red Bull so far. Toby Carnes lost that 107.5, slowest time of the session so far. As next across the line to actually be setting a lap is gonna be the Ferrari of Barker. He's invalid, so it is going to be the Racing Point of JD. Yeah, but Marcel, time trials are perfect track condition. This isn't always perfect track condition. So time trial sometimes means absolutely nothing. JD's going to do a 110.8. Not the... That was definitely... He definitely backed off. But he is going on another one. Right, the way I see it is some people are faster in time trial and some people are faster in qualifying. I'm faster in qualifying than I am in time trial. Sometimes up to a second quicker. It's just how some people are. As Wheeze is on, he can't be on a lap, surely. Oh, he is. 2/10 up on his time, fair enough. Setting the fastest sector too, as he heads now down to the line. He's gonna set a 1 minute 6.7, putting him up into P3. As the Racing Point of Spence going 3 seconds quicker on his time, he's going to set a 1 minute 6.6, putting him into P2. As his teammate is on an outlap behind him. Rev, everyone's on an outlap now. Yes, this is the same Wheeze that races for BHR, I believe. Actually, no, I think this is... I'm not too sure. I shall find out now, because I am curious now. Is this the same Wheeze? Honestly, I don't know, and I want to know now. I see a BHRL in his Discord name, but I don't know if that's anything to do with what you're looking at, so... Can't really answer it, to be fair, I'm sorry. All I know is this Wheeze is quick enough, esports wise, or used to be. I'm not sure. I'm gonna stop talking. There's a yellow flag for Rev going slowly. As he is gonna have to let Corey through, as he does let Corey through. As he boxes, Corey's gonna come across the line to go a tenth quicker, saying a 1:06.3, going 2/10 quicker than anyone else right now. As the McLaren of Wheeze is looking to leave the pit lane now. Car number 74 here. So we are going to go with this racing point because he's about to start a lap, so we are going to watch his full lap. No, he's not. He's on low fuel. So... I think, personally, I don't think they're going to get there. I think we'll see a 1:61, possibly. If Corey thinks he has any time in his lap, I think you'll see him go a bit faster. I mean, at Zandvoort, they're in the 8s. Like, they're all solid drivers. As we'll go on board with Wheeze here for his turn 1, his turn 2, and his turn 3, the center S's. As he rolls through sector 1 now to finish sector 1 with a bit of a tow from Barker. As he doesn't purple, but he does still set a good sector. For anyone watching and wondering, we will look at what gears he uses. And where he uses them, and where he short shifts, and things like that. He's 2/10 up on his time right now, so he could get down to at least a 5. As he is gonna cross the line to set a 1:06.5, as I said, putting himself on the second row of the grid. Sam supposedly setting a purple sector 1, Marcel gonna be really happy with this. As Sam is currently 7/10 off of P1, but he could get there. All depends. As he goes through the Albon crashing turn now, conveniently driving the same car that killed Albon. As we head down to the end of Sector 2, he doesn't go purple. As we start Sector 3, doesn't go too close to the apex there, misses it quite by a margin. Runs down to the line now. We're gonna find out where he comes across to do a 1:07 flat, going slower. But now is the race for pole position. These will be the final laps set. As we have JD, who's going to be starting a lap. Spence on a lap behind Corey, who is also on a lap. So we're going to watch Corey as he invalidates. So he's got to hope this time is good enough. Because now we're on board with Spence, who is going to be the first driver to come across the line after him. Set their final times. Sorry, Rev is DNF'd from this session. Let me see what happened to him. Was it an on-track retirement, or did he... He hit the wall. Okay. as Spence comes down to the line now to do a 1 minute 6.3, putting himself into P1 here. Weeze will be next as he rounds the final corner second fastest sector 2, only marginally up on his time. Hello, Ace. As he heads as he heads down to the line now, Weeze is going to be setting a 1 minute 6.5, keeping him in P3. JD is going to be setting a 1 minute 6.5, keeping himself in P4. Tadpole will be next to set a lap. No, he won't. Don't worry. That's everyone has set laps. Wow. Okay, that went quicker than I thought. So here is your top 10. On the front row of the grid, taking pole position is Spence in the Racing Point. Sorry about that, my controller did die. Front row of the grid, taking pole position will be Spence in the Racing Point, Corey not far behind in the Red Bull, JD leading the second row of the grid in the Racing Point, Weeze leading in the back of the second row of the grid in the McLaren, and I will go through the rest of the grid when we get into the formation lap. Yes, F from my controller. Oh, I forgot about this. I forgot it was a wet race. It's a shame Joe's not here. This is how he won his British F4 race today. In the wet. So none of these drivers probably are on wet setups, or probably not thinking it was going to be a dry race. So this race is going to be even longer now, but that's fine. Gives me more time to kill my voice. We'll do a fin. As the formation lap has begun. Front row of the grid, it's going to be full wets. We haven't seen this in a while. So on the front row of the grid leading away from... I can't hear the game. I can hear the game now. Leading away from pole position is Spence. On the front row of the grid, Corey, second row of the grid, P2. JD, second row of the grid in P3. Weeze, second row of the grid, P4. Tadpole, third row of the grid, P5. Rev, third row, P6. Starting off the fourth row. I don't think they were on wet setups, Adrian. I don't think they would have been. I've lost count of what row I was on. On the fourth row of the grid is Barker and Sam. Fifth row of the grid is Toby and Crispy. And I've lost... I've lost counts again, so we're not going to go through the rest. Alright, so anything you want to get said in the chat that you want me to reply to, you'll have to do now, because as soon as we get to the end of this formation lap, chat's going bye-byes. Spinala. Okay, that's all you wanted me to see. Right, I'm turning off the chat now, so goodbye to you all in the chat so I can focus on this. as all the drivers take their grid spots now. It's looking like to be a two-stop race. As I've been told, one of the driver's tyres is minus 100 degrees. I thought that glitch had gone. But here we are, 5 red lights. The drivers are revving their engines here in Brazil. And away we go here for a sluggish start. As Spence looking to keep the lead, possibly no. Corey has taken the lead from him into turn 1. As further down the grid, I'm going to wait a second because here's some side-by-side action, but the game's glitched. Undone a thing. Oh, that's the Haas there, and the red... Last time we had a wet race, this happened as well. Jesus Christ, that was a lot of crashes, as the safety car is rightfully called out there. Look at all the debris down there at the back of the track. That was a very hefty collision. Although it will give these drivers a chance to get their tyres heated up and get a dry line in place. That's not even one sector into the Grand Prix, we've already got a safety car. And we've got 36 laps of this wet track. I didn't get the best view of that for stream, and I'm sorry for that, but that was a major collision there. Toby won't retire as he wasn't in that collision. So currently, as of the safety car period, leading the way is Corey, Spence in second, JD in third, and the rest of the positions look relatively the same. But I am going to look anyway. There you go, there's the position changes. I'm going to quickly go and grab a drink. And I will be back with you in a second. So if Finn and Rapid can catch up before the Sector 2 line, I believe safety car will go in this lap. They've just got to hope they don't spin whilst pushing to catch. Oh, something's gone on towards the back there. Looks like the safety car's either going to be a late call or we will be seeing it out for another lap. There you go, late call. As Corey's gone already. Jesus Christ, I was not expecting him to go so early. So he jumps Spence, JD, and the rest of the pack. Rev catching up to White and the midfield here, the back of the pack-ish, seem to be quite close together here. There might be a collision again, so we are going to keep an eye on this. Nothing going on so far. That's the clean run through there. Yep, there is collision there from Bass in the Renault. He is going to be holding up the rest of these drivers. I do wonder who he made contact with, because Finn has ran wide. As we go further up the grid order, Wheeze seems to be all over the back of the racing point of JRT JD. Will he be looking to make a move as soon as he possibly can? As something's going on further down the grid, looks like White and Sam are fighting for position here. They were anyway, at least on the map it looked like it. As Finn, White and your boy Mitt side by side, or were side by side. Your boy Mitt catching up to Finn, JRT White, sorry, going up the inside like Lewis Hamilton did all those years ago to clinch the championship. Sorry, I just something popped in my head and I said it. As they are obviously all going very cautiously through here, that did look like they exceeded track limits on the entry to that turn, but your boy Mitt has gotten past Finn here. But Bass on his wing damage is staying out. For whatever reason. So Sam is going to be up the inside of Bass. Bass isn't going to fight it. And Sam will be clean through there. But your boy Mitt seems like he's going to be on a charge here to catch up to the rest of the pack, already gapping Finn by 0.6. As we go more up here now, Corey has pulled a 2.4 second gap, a 2.5 second gap to the rest of the field. As not too much seems to be going on anymore, except Tadpole is all over the back of Lias now. But Tadpole will be catching Lias slowly. Corey setting the fast lap of the race with a 1:19.6. Nobody challenging it, although Rev has boxed. We are going to see what for. Is it for intermediates? I don't think so. I think the track is too wet. So he is boxed for inters. He is going to gamble it, as so have a few other drivers. I don't think boxing for inters is the worth it strategy. Let's see what the rest of the drivers do. Your boy Mitt's done the same thing. It might be a worth it strategy. Finn's doing the same thing as well. The rest of the drivers staying out on these wets. It actually does look dry enough, to be fair. Maybe this rain could be going away in the race. Who knows? I haven't been told. All I knew is it was wet. As we still all over the back of JD, not being able to get close enough yet to make a move on him. Which would be, it'd be nice to see if he could, just to give us some action, but it ain't gonna happen anytime soon, as Tadpole in the Red Bull here catching up to Lias, but Z-Man in the McLaren catching up to Tadpole here, as we get the helicopter view of the spray kicking up off of these cars. As the Lias, yes, the Lias. Spence picks up a 5 second for speeding in the pit lane. That's not good for him. Corey chucking on the intermediate compound tyres. He's going to get held up by other drivers coming into the box, but JD now is going to try and extend a lead big enough to do the overcut onto the intermediates. So JD and Lias currently leading this race. I don't know how long for. As JRT White picks up a 5-second speeding into the boxes as well. As on pit exit, Spence and Barker seem to be very close together. As Bass has boxed for a new set of... No, he's not. He's boxed for a new set of inners. Okay. As I'm not sitting on board with that Ferrari. As Toby currently sitting in P8. Quite a good couple of laps for him so far. As will JD box? Yes, he will. Will he speed? No, he won't. Will Lias speed? No, he won't. JD obviously boxing for intermediates, so will Lias. But Corey retakes the lead of this Grand Prix. But Rev setting the fastest lap. Rev is catching Corey at an unspeakable rate. But the McLaren, no, not the McLaren, the Ferrari and the Racing Point here coming very close together through turn 1. As the other Racing Point enters exits the pit lane here, the Racing Points are going to be side by side into turn 4. There is contact made by the looks of things, but it wasn't heavy contact, as they're going to go side by side through turn 5 as well, and then Spence pulls out of it. As JRT White has boxed into the pit lane, Bass staying out. I wonder why White's retired. This time he is retiring. Not got a good couple of strings from the last couple of races. I'm not going to be blunt there. As Sam is catching up to the Red Bull of Tadpole. As the rain does seem to be lightening off, we could see a return to dry condition. Not return, a start of drier conditions. As Corey goes and sets a 1:17.3, the fastest lap of the race so far. As we go through the field, no real close fights here. Closest fight we got is Sam and Tadpole, and they're not exactly fun fighting. There's the retired Ferrari of JRT White there as we go past. Bass losing the rear end on the exit of 12, I believe. Corey leading this race by nearly 3 seconds. Now by 3 seconds. I guess he might have actually gone for a wet setup and the rest just didn't. Or he increased his front wing on this current setup. As Sam catching up to Tadpole here. The rain again is definitely slowing down. So we could again see the dry conditions. I'm not too sure about it though. I'm gonna find out. So, Corey now leading by 3.4 seconds, a considerable margin. Sam and Tadpole being the only interesting fight right now, so we are going to watch them. Although Finn is catching Lias at a rate. As Sam now looking for the slingshot. Got overtake active. Tadpole doesn't. No, he does. He's also got a lot more to play with. As they run down to turn 1, not close enough at all. Sam did look, but then realised it was not worth it. As, again, like I said, this track does look like it's going to be returning to dry sometime soon. There is now less than a second between Spence and JD, so something could be going on here. Or the two drivers. Although they have both considerably lost out on a lot of time. Track does look really dry now. Until you get to like these camera angles where you can see the dry line and the wet lines, and of course it's a 1:16.6, so the track is getting drier because it's getting faster. As Bass picks up a 3-second time penalty, that is Tadpole. Yellow flags. Has he lost any wing? No, he hasn't lost any wing, but he has lost a load of time and positions. As your boy Mitt is going to be catching up to him now. Your boy Mitt is going to go up the inside before we even get to turn 1. So Tadpole now will be looking to retake these positions. As he gets the slipstream into turn 4, but he again just doesn't get close enough. As the track is looking oddly drier and drier each lap. Okay, we're gonna go on the off-board of Mitt because Tadpole's car is annoying me. Tadpole looks to be trying to get as close as he possibly can to possibly make a move. It just doesn't look like he's gonna do it. Barker picks up a 3-second time penalty. He is sat in P4 right now. He could be on the verge of his first TFR, what I believe would be his first TFR podium. Tadpole now using his overtake to catch up to your boy Mitt. He won't get close enough though by the looks of things. No, he is way too far back to make a dive bomb, but he does get close under braking. As Finn and Elias are close together, the Haas and the Williams here. So, Tadpole and your boy Mitt haven't really separated. So there looks like maybe next lap we will see a move, or towards the end of this lap we will see a move from Tadpole to take 10th place. As Wheeze and Rev. Whoa, what did Rev do? Bar happened to P2. Something heavy happened there. And I just missed out on it. But Rev is being overtaken by Spence here. Possibly. What the? We're not gonna get a safety car for that. Okay. Sure, I would have. There you go. Safety car has been deployed here. Gonna do wonders for Bass, who has nearly been lapped. Made the choice to box. I don't think that's the best idea. Z-Man picks up a drive-through penalty for speeding under the safety car. That is crucial to this race. Bass is praying now that he gets a really good exit of the pits, so Corey doesn't lap him. No. Sadly for Bass, he does now have to sit behind the safety car. Dry tires? Hard tires? Medium tires? Just dry tires in general? Why? Oh, the rain has stopped. The rain... Okay, there you go, that's why the rain has stopped. So Corey and Barker will be boxing. This could unlap. It won't unlap him because he's got a box too. Corey picks up a 5-second for speeding in the pits. Oh no. This is going to put Wheeze into the lead of this race. The Red Bulls have to double stack. No. They have... And Tadpole has to serve a 5-second. So, whilst we wait to get back to green flag running here on this newly dried track. What was I gonna say? Oh, my brain's blanked. Real life F1, there you go. So, Rev White and Crispy, the only drivers not to make it to this dry stage of the race. Toby being the only ones who doesn't trust the mediums to go to the end. Which could, in all fairness, play a big effect for him later. Oh, Corey is in P4 still anyway. So he could realistically retake the lead. Sam on the podium, Marcel will be screaming. As we get away here now for green flag running in this race. Wheeze has caught them off guard, but Corey is about to make a move on Sam. Around the outside, Bass is going to join him, trying to unlap himself, which is going to be really kind of annoying to watch, but at least he's trying. As we run further down the grid, the midfield seem to be having issues, having looks as Spence goes up the inside of Z-Man here. Into turn 4, we had the perfect camera angle on that from the top, as your boy Mick goes up the inside of Z-Man too. Z-Man losing out on 2 positions there. Feel bad for the guy. There's Finn and Tadpole. Tadpole runs wide. Tadpole having issues. Not too sure what's going on with him. As Wheeze is building up a lead slowly. Corey up into the podium positions already, hoping to get past JD as soon as possible to attack Wheeze. As Toby on his hard has fell back from Barker, but not a lot. To be fair, I would have expected a lot more if he's on the hards. Here we go, lap 18 now. We set the fastest lap with a 110 flat here, only 4 seconds off of the rest of the drivers. Z-Man has boxed. What for? Oh, to serve his drive-through penalty, yes, I forgot about that. As Spence is all over the back of Toby, he is going to go to the inside of Toby here now for turn 4. Toby doesn't fight it, knowing it's just going to waste his time on them hard compound tyres. Lets it go. As Elias is surprisingly catching up to the back of Tadpole. Tadpole, in all fairness, is a much faster driver than Elias, so I wasn't going to be expecting that anytime soon. But Corey catching JD, not by a lot, but he is catching, which is going to do him all sorts of wonders when he gets past. As your boy Mitt will be catching up to the back of Toby soon, because Toby's hard compound tyres obviously not providing as much grip as these medium compound. As JD setting the fastest lap with a 109.4. Corey losing some time to JD. The pit window's opening for the medium runners to go to softs, but for Toby it's not. So maybe these drivers aren't going to make it to the end on their mediums. As Spence has just overtaken Sam as well. Spence is on an absolute charge right now. Surprisingly, your boy Mitt hasn't got to the point of overtaking Spence yet. But we can watch Barker fight with the Renault of Bass. I'm not sure why, but he just is. As Spence has Sam catching him, but Toby has Sam's teammate catching him. Soon there could be maybe a bit of team orders to get Sam to back Toby up into your boy Mitt. I mean, personally, I think it's too early to do team orders, but it could happen. JD taking the fastest lap of the race, overtaking Wheeze into turn 1. That was a very nice move there. That has compromised Wheeze's line to Corey. Corey's going to try the outside here. He's going to have DRS open, so's Wheeze. He is passed, but only marginally. There you go, Wheeze has had to pull in behind. Corey fighting here is pointless. He has got the championship already, but he does want to win. As Z-Man runs wide off the track. As something happened to JD there, it has put Corey and Wheeze into P1 and 2. JD has lagged out the session. I am going to have to get him back in real quick. There you go, I have invited him back into the session. But he's on the red order massively. Elias picking up a 3-second time penalty. Corey pulling away from Wheeze. Spence catching up to Barker. Barker being on the chances of a podium right now. Sam and JD, so I can't really comment on that. But Toby catching up to your boy Mitt. Or your boy Mitt has made the move on Toby. I'm not too sure. But your boy Mitt looks like he's got no DRS. Sam has just let him through. Like I said, team orders might be going on here. Toby's hards in about 5 laps time will start to come into good play here, as those mediums will start to lose grip. As there was an overtake made, but it was just Elias's on JD's AI. As Spence now is going to be looking to overtake Barker by the end of the next lap. Might even do it before then. As Barker did have a major lockup there. As we go on the helicopter camera, as Spence will need a slingshot out of here. with the DRS wide open, using the ERS as well. Not going to get close enough to make a move on this occasion, but he will be hoping to make a move soon enough. This is kind of a fight to watch, although Toby is catching up to the rear end of Finn. Although these two drivers are much closer together than those two. Nothing separates these two clearly on their pace. Although Barker, maybe not the qualifying man, but he does seem to have pace in the race. As Spence is catching Barker now at a rapid pace. He's not going to have him into, maybe not going to have him into turn 1. No, he won't, but he will definitely have him into turn 4. As he makes his move around the outside, Barker lets it happen relatively easily. But he does make sure that Spence knows he is still sat right behind him. Elias picking up another 3-second time penalty, taking his total to 6. Corey hoping he can pull a 5-second gap before the end of this race in the next 13 laps. As Corey... is that the commentator's curse right there? That is definitely the commentator's curse right there. I'm sorry to Corey. I think I just cursed Corey. So, Wheeze has boxed for a new set of mediums. Toby will probably have also boxed, right? No, Toby is going to stay out on his hards. Means he might be at a disadvantage soon. This is going to bring everybody except Bass back into contention. Toby could be on for a podium here, you know. He has got a 5-second penalty, yes, but he can still do it. So, as I was going to say in the last safety car period, IRL F1, Lewis Hamilton winning today. As it was a very good race, a very good fight between Max Verstappen and Hamilton the whole race long. Definitely deserved race win. I believe that was Daniel Ricciardo P5 in his best finishing position for this season in McLaren. As Bass has just been DSQ'd, I'm gonna bring him into the party, as he said he would join me up here in the box. But before we get him to commentate. We are going to get a little interview out of him. So, actually, no, we'll do this first and then we'll get in it. Bass. Nope, connecting. Bass. Yep. You got DSQ'd, it said you did. Well, and it said you DSQ'd, so you should retire anyway. So, since the safety car's out with lap, I'm not going to wait till the end of the race to do the interview thingy. I'm going to get one now. So you were involved in the lap 1 collision, right? Have you included your audio before? Yeah, include your audio before I start asking you stuff.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
So, lap 1 collision, what happened?
To be honest, I actually don't know.
Well, I mean, I was on someone's onboard when it happened, so...
I came round turn 1 fine, and I think I was like crispy, and basically I think Mercedes made contact with someone, and then it just went vid.
Alright.
Like almost like a 45-degree angle in front of me. And
yeah.
Falling damage.
That was.
I should have stayed out on that safety car, because then I wouldn't have been lapped down.
Yeah, as soon as I thought Corey was going to be nice and not catch the safety car just to let you through.
No, it happens. It happens. Stuff happens. I made the wrong decision. I thought it was going to rain for like a lap longer, you see, so...
Yeah.
I thought it was going to rain. Oh well, it's a safety car in now.
And yeah. Right, I need to stop listening to that because I know I can hear myself. Barker leading the way for the first time, I believe. I don't think he's ever led a lap of TFR in F1. But he is going to be leading now as he makes his dart for the line off of the safety car restart. Weeze and Toby already swapping positions. Weeze has gone past loads of people, but that will be illegal because it was done before the yellow flags were set out. As this is a perfect view of what's going on now through the first couple of turns. Toby losing a few
JD
positions
by
the
wide
things. Yeah, JD is back in this race. I did forget to mention that. Oh, that was a nice camera view. I need to stop doing that. As the podium fight right now for P3, your boy Mick is, or I was going to say Rapid. Rapid is trying to get past Spence. He looks like he has the pace to do it, but he's just not getting there. Can't find the right spot, as that looks like to be Tadpole off the track. No, it wasn't. He is side by side with JD. JD's going to look to the outside. Can't get the outside. Going to end up turning to the inside, but he did go onto the grass and get pushed off by Tadpole, so that is kind of the end of that. But Rapid is all over the back of JD on them soft compound tyres now. Rapid hopefully, well, hoping to get a better exit here. I don't think he can take these softs to the end unless he's nice to them.
Ben looks to be getting a good run on Toby here. He might have a move into turn 1. It looks like he's going to have one. Going around the outside. He's just, he just got ahead now just before turn 1.
They didn't show me because I don't know why the game didn't show me that, but there is a side-by-side through the center S's on the exit of the center S's. They're not side-by-side anymore, but Weeze is going to be looking for the overtake. Weeze is going to go... Weeze and your Rapid are side-by-side. There was definitely contact. Weeze is forced out wide off the track. And your boy Mick keeps the position. As Barker has nearly developed a 1 second gap to Sam. Barker could be winning Ferrari's first race win since Joe left the team.
Finn looks to be sizing up a move on Weezer quite a bit. He seems to have backed off a bit, but he did seem to be sticking his nose in a few times. I don't know if he's possibly looking for a move on the main straight, just because I think Weeze is just in DRS of your boy Mitt.
Yeah.
But we got to take into account that Barker does have his penalties and Sam doesn't at the moment. And he's not pulling a big enough gap
Yeah, but I mean, he has
Barker
pulled a
to win.
second, and if he's done that over 2 laps, then I mean, he will pull the 3 seconds if he can keep that consistent pace. As there is a side-by-side, Toby and Elias, they were side-by-side, but Elias has pulled in behind Toby now, thinking better of it, but Finn is round. We have just cursed Finn, and I hate you for it.
Finn, I'm sorry.
JD goes up the inside of
personal.
Tadpole into turn 4. Tadpole and
But it
JD
comes.
side-by-side.
Toby and Elias. Oh, that's going to be going down to stupid. That was a bit of a.
I didn't see what happened,
squeezed him
all
a
I
bit.
saw
I
was...
think Toby squeezed him a bit on the apex. Sent him spinning round.
All I saw was the end of that collision. But now Finn and Crispy are going to provide an entertaining fight for the final point. Not Crispy, Elias. Crispy's crashed a long time ago. Sure, I didn't even notice he retired. Your boy Mitt and Spence. Spence is going to be under pressure. Your boy Mitt is on the fresh tyres here. The fresh soft compound. This is just showing Spence's pace though. He is able to keep him behind on 13 lap old harder tyres. Although Sam is massively under threat now from Spence. And the rain has begun again. It is now raining here in Brazil.
About 15 minutes.
I didn't know there was going to be rain, but there looks to be a move at the back. Sorry to cut you off. Finn has just gone up the inside of Elias. He's going to go around the outside, which turns back to the inside. And Finn is just going to be losing out on that position. Elias keeping it around the outside. Finn keeping it up the inside. They are side by side. No, they're not. And that's that done. But your boy Mitt has just got past Spence up into P3 in this race. I did miss that annoyingly, but Finn and Elias was a very nice little fight to watch.
Boy Mitt seems to be sizing up his teammate. I don't know if team orders might come into play.
Team orders definitely came into play earlier. Sam did pull off the racing line and slow right down for your boy Mitt to get past. Your boy Mitt is on the faster tyres, so they might let it happen. I believe your boy Mitt has a real chance at stealing this race.
It's starting to rain here.
Yeah, will it get hard?
Range, the faster tyre might be the mediums. Looks like he will have a move done into turn 1 here. It looks like your boy Mitt is going to go outside or inside. Oh, TT and Sam just defending there on the inside of the line. But your boy Mitt will get the move done around the outside. Team orders possibly could have come into play there. He did back off quite a bit.
Personally, I don't think that was team orders, I'm not going to lie.
Everyone's boxed. Some people boxing onto Inters. Tadpole.
Yeah, that might
Tadpole,
be
Spence. Finn looks to also. Yeah, Finn is.
DRS
Toby.
disabled, yep, Inters are faster.
Yeah, Barker as well. It looks like Barker might take provisional. He will take P1 here.
Yep.
He will take
Purely
P1. I think he might get this race win if he just keeps it all together, because it looks like he's got a 17-second gap to the leader. It's about 22 seconds in the pit lane at Brazil.
Plus the fact that the leaders are going to be slowing down considering they're on dry tyres.
Yeah, and plus the fact that Wee's just overtaken Sam.
Yep.
Yeah, it looks like massive pace shot by the top 3 here.
Yeah, Barker's already 15 seconds in closing. 14 seconds. 13 seconds. 13 and a half seconds, and we will see where he comes out now. We're going to go on board with him.
Ooh, bit of contact between Barker and Elias there. Just tapping Elias' front tyre. That could.
Mercedes are double stacking.
Well, this is going really bad to Sam. Oh, Tadpole.
He's in the wall. And that is the safety car.
So this has worked out very well for the Merc boys here. Very well for the Merc boys.
Not completely.
Not completely. Spence worked out marvellous for Spence. He'd be right on the back of Barker. Compared to, he was about 7 seconds behind Barker before the safety car.
Yeah, and Barker is going to be praying that Spence gets held up by your boy Mitt. And I'm going to quickly stick it on my Barker because I need to go to the toilet so you can talk.
Well, I'll keep everyone informed on what is happening. So I think Barker. I'll check the penalties, but as long as Barker keeps it cool now, I think all Barker needs to do is pull three. Yeah, all Barker needs to do is pull three. Ooh, he does have a 5-second time penalty, so this could be Barker, who's lost the race win. It possibly might get a podium, but he needs to pull 8 seconds. 8 seconds to Spence if he wants the race win. Your boy Mitt, I'm pretty sure he's only on a 3-second penalty here, so he's on a serve that. Oh, your boy Mitt's also on a 5-second penalty. Spence currently on 0 penalties. Wheeze is on a 5-second penalty as well.
Can I just say something?
Wheeze actually served that. Yeah, go on.
Why is the safety car in Sector 2? It should stop at the Sector 1 line, or just before it. It has done for every other chance this race, except this one.
I have no idea.
That's different.
Looks like Finn's pitting. I wonder what he's pitting for. Full wet, possibly?
No one.
No, just new inters.
No one will do full wets.
I think it's only meant to be light rain at the moment, so...
Yeah, I think it'll stay that way for the next 3 laps. There's not even a dry line that's come in yet.
Oh, this race we might have a 1-lap race to finish us off, because if Finn can catch them up within...
The game must provide 3 laps of racing, so it'll be a late
So
restart.
it'll come in now?
Yeah, it won't come in straight away, it'll be a late... So it'll come in like turn 15.
Okay.
Or maybe not. No, okay, it's going to stay out another lap.
Oh yeah, because there's the last lap is the 3rd lap, isn't it? So it'll be coming in this lap if it has to.
Yep.
Oh no, we'll only have 2 laps of racing, yeah? We'll only have 2 laps. I'm just conscious on whether or not Finn will catch this queue.
He will.
Queue of cars or...
In the wet, the safety car does go slower.
Oh, who's that dropping back?
I think that'll be them trying to make sure Finn catches. Elias on 14 seconds of penalties here. At least everyone's going to be finishing in the points.
Yep. So it
So,
wasn't me.
earlier on in the race, I was talking about the driver market for next season. Spicy. It's just
Yeah. We'll. I'm guessing Corey's going to stay in for another season. I'm not too sure.
I don't know if I can say this on stream, so I won't, and I'll say it after.
Okay. Yeah, well, that was probably the most obvious thing ever. I'm not gonna lie.
Shut up, I never confirmed it,
Well,
did I?
No, forget that ever happened. Finn, you didn't hear anything.
It's just a guess, to be fair. I'm just going off of what I've been told. It might not even be true. Anyway, safety car is in this lap. I will let you take us away for the restart.
Right, so we got Barker. I'm just going to be letting this go really late here, because it's at 1,000 if he just let it go then.
He could go now if he wanted to. Safety car is in
I think he might be getting this go really late. He's gone now. Oh, he's just already pulling a 7 tenths lead,
up into
8 tenths. Oh, looks like there's a little collision at the back. Oh, too wide between Toby and Z-Man. Possibly a bit of contact. Yeah, bit of contact with Sam. And
it was almost 3 wide
out.
then.
Barker pulling a 1.5 almost second gap to Spence.
Because Spence and Mitt were side by side through turn 1.
This is working out proper good for Barker. He's got a 3-second time penalty. All he needs is to go another 8 seconds.
Yep.
Okay.
He needs to
I
pull a
thought
very big gap.
I thought
Basically,
he pulled. I
Spence
thought.
has won this race. He needs the gap to Mitt to keep. He needs a gap to Wheeze to keep P2.
Does he have a 8 second?
Yep.
I thought he served his 5.
I don't think he did, unless he picked up another.
I don't know. I think.
Although, to be fair, he's pulled a 2-second gap. If Spence picks up a 3-second time penalty, I'm going to check it the warnings a minute, because if Spence picks up a 3
Boy
second,
Mitt has also got 8 seconds.
that's why
Wheeze.
he only needs to really worry about his gap to Wheeze.
Z-Man is looking in mighty contention here of a possible podium.
Oh yeah, I didn't think about Z-Man.
I think he's got 2 seconds currently.
Your boy Mitt's on 11 seconds of penalties.
So
Z-Man's got no
you've
penalties, he's got 5 seconds gap to the leader.
Your boy
gonna
Mitt,
take at least
I'm
P3
sorry
here.
to say. Yeah, I'm saying your boy Mitt's. I'm sorry to say it, but he is currently not in contention of a podium.
I don't know what gives that away.
Sure. Anyway, yeah, Z-Man. I think he's just lost a second there, or half a second. This could be really tight with Z-Man.
To be fair, I mean, if JD picks up a 3, another 3, then he will at least, because he's only, what, 6 back from the leader. The leader's got 8 seconds. He needs to keep within that 2-second gap, because he's already within 2 seconds of Wee. Yeah, so he could be sorted for a podium here.
It's very. Wait. We're on the final lap.
Oh, holy! I didn't know.
I did not know that. Barker.
Well, Barker takes it on track, but Spence will take it. It drops all the way down. Wee's P3. Z-Man P2.
P2.
What a race by Z-Man.
Well,
Z-Man proving
done,
he should be
Z-Man.
signed.
Keep Z-Man signed. Z-Man, I applaud you. Are we allowed to have interviews? I'd like to interview Z-Man because, yeah. I don't know if I'm allowed to.
I don't think he'll be able to. We do interviews though.
Oh. Well, Z-Man, I applaud.
Well, my driver of the day goes to Z-Man. Sorry. Driver of the day, Z-Man, to me. No one else deserves it more than he does.
No, I
mean,
agree,
yeah,
Z-Man, definitely.
the Ferrari driver putting himself there, leading the race for so long. I mean, if it weren't for that penalty, he would definitely be my driver of the day.
I got Barker winning on track, leading his. I think he said leading his first ever TFR Formula One race.
I believe so. Yeah, that would have been his first win.
But yeah. Well, rundown.
So, well.
Spence P1, Z-Man P2, Barker P3, Weeze P4, JD P5, Sam P6, Toby P7, Finn P8, your boy Mitt P9, and Italize rounding off with P10.
That shows just how good not getting penalties is. I mean, this is the first time in a long time that Red Bull haven't scored a single point.
Yeah, I was quite surprised by how Corey spun out. I'm not too sure how it happened.
I mean, I don't think he cares too much because he's already won.
Yeah,
because the championship is his now.
this is just a little bit of fun for Z-Man. Oh, well, Z-Man for Corey.
Gonna get the stream ending in a sec. Just join us, or don't join us. Join Finn next week for final round of F2, returning to Abu Dhabi, which we haven't done since season 2. So it's been a while since we've been there. That'll be the finale for F2, where either myself or Toby, who you saw then in the Alfa Romeo, could take the championship. It's unknown who will take it at the moment. Obviously, no one really knows.
Finale for F1 as well next week.
Yep, and then on the Sunday, join myself and
Myself.
for the finale of F1 and the finale of any TFR F1 or F2 races on this game. The next week will be the final league F1 race for this game. And the next time you will see a full F1 season will be on the next game.
Where DJ might not be commentating.
Where
I
I'll
didn't say
just say
that.
it now. I'll just say it now. I won't be commentating. I said that already earlier in the stream, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Goodbye. Join us next week.